The third message that God gave me is that we must pray against the persecution of genuine Christians in the nation of South Africa. Because I saw a lot of persecution of genuine Christians. I saw ungodliness being given freedom and the freedom of Christians being reduced. Hallelujah. Almost the same thing which is happening in Zambia, where it's difficult for certain pastors to visit that nation. I saw new laws being introduced in South Africa. I saw in their parliament them debating new laws to keep the freedom of churches, to control the freedom of churches, to control the registration of churches. I saw a situation where churches will be supervised by some government entities, and they will be required to submit progress reports to some quasi-government entities. This is the thing which I saw in the spirit. And I saw a lot of pastors who are very dynamic leave that nation. And it may increase violence within that nation. It may increase wickedness within that nation. If people who are caring, who are torchbearers of the gospel, they decide to quit that country because of stringent laws. So the enemy is planning the introduction of very, very strict laws. Very, very strict laws, which will make it extremely difficult to start a church. But it will be easy to start other things which are evil or which have got nothing to do with God. So we must pray for South Africa. And we must also pray for Christian people not to be excessive, not to take advantage of others, because these laws are also invited by some of us in Christendom as church leaders who will be doing all sorts of questionable practices. It pushes politicians to end up introducing these laws. So I saw very serious debate in their political systems for the introduction of laws which will make it illegal for someone to come and claim a permit to be a pastor. You'll have to have a profession, or you'll have to be supported by a denomination. You know, I was seeing these people debating in the spirit. So God said we must watch and pray for South Africa. Hallelujah. Look at your neighbor and say, watch and pray. Yes, we must pray also in connection with that South Africa against a situation where for you to practice as a man of God, you may be required to produce a letter from one of the associations of churches there, or some educational qualifications for you to be a pastor, because this is the thing which I saw in the spirit.